していただきたいんですが、改めてよろしくお願いします。
Yes, thank you for having me.
お願いします。まずなんですけども、このマサンジュからの手紙のこのレオン・リー監督ということで、この映画の内容が僕ほとんど知らないことばっかりでした。改めて。
Letter from Masanjia is a story about how a woman in America discovered a letter from a package of Halloween decoration. It turned out the letter came from one of the most notorious labor camps in China called Masanjia labor camp. And she basically did what the letter writer asked her to do, which is to publicize the letter and tell people about the horrible working conditions that the inmates were subject to in the labor camp. And we were able to track down the letter writer and tell his full story.
これを知ったとき、この事実を知ったときの第一印象、監督はどう思いましたか？
At the time, I knew Masanjia labor camp's reputation. I just couldn't believe how could anybody write a letter for this particular labor camp. And based on the content of the letter, I felt it was authentic. So I immediately flew to Oregon and interviewed Julie Keith. But then it took a long time for me to track down the letter writer.
でもこの映画は全編通してその伝えたいっていうエネルギーがものすごい70分間に溢れてたと思うんですけど、その監督の原動力みたいなのは何なんですかね？
Well, initially, I just felt like it had to be an amazing story behind it. I want to know who this person is. Why is he doing this? Where is he? So that was the initial motivation, but it took me about 3 years to track him down. When I finally got in contact with him, it was clear to me that he really wanted the world to know his story. He believed that this is the most effective thing he can do to change the situation in China. And for me, I felt that's the least thing I can do to help him tell the story.
やっぱり編集とかのうまさもあってドキュメンタリーとして非常に質の高い映像になっていると思ったんですけども、具体的に、スカイプを通してスンイさんとかにどういうふうな撮影方法を伝授したのかなと。
Well, I developed a little online filmmaking course. How do you shoot? How do you get footage? How do you compress them? How do you upload? How do you collect audio? And I would provide the shot lists. These are the shots you want to get. But very soon I find out none of them works. Because it was me sitting in my office imagining what he is going to be experiencing and what he needs to capture. So basically I told him, look, whatever you can get is gold. Whatever you see, whatever you want to capture, just go ahead. I will make it work. So in the end, what you get is authenticity. You feel you are right there with him. You are right there with him experiencing everything that's surrounding him. So I think that really adds another layer in the film.
特にここからちょっと僕の映画を見た感想、好きなシーンをお伝えしたいんですけど、特に最後のスンイさんがパソコンに向かってエクセルに映像の数字ナンバーを記録して撮った映像を保管してて言ったら映像の編集前の素材の準備をしているシーンが本当にそのスンイさんの生きた証がこの数字の数として現れてるなって思って非常にいいシーンだなと思いました。それを最後らへんに持ってきたのが監督のスンイさんへの敬意っていうか、本当にあなたはこの映画の中で生きてますよっていうことを伝えたっていうのを思いました、そのシーンって。
Yes, absolutely. It was born out of a practical purpose because he's been sending me random stuff and I couldn't figure out how to organize the footage. I told him, you know what, everything you shoot is gold, but make sure you have a proper organization. Describe what you shoot so I can find them.
記録という今言葉が出たんですけども、非常に記録映画としてこの映画いろんな人に本当に見てもらいたいと個人的にも思うんですけども、特にこの映画撮った後でジュリーさん、女性の方が映画の最後で世界の見る目が変わりましたと。この事件というかこの件を通して自分も誹謗中傷を受けてということで、その監督が、ジュリーさんに思ったことを最後に持ってきたのかもしれないですけども、監督から見てもこの映画を撮った後やっぱり自分が見る世界の目みたいな、世間の目みたいなのは変わったかなと。
Mostly in the film, what you see in terms of events, in terms of facts, they're not news to me. I've been following the situation for quite a while. But what's different is the human spirit. Before we actually met in person, the one question I had for him was, Masanjia was this place that dissidents would rather die than being sent to. And nobody can withstand the torture there. How is it possible? How were you able to withstand such terrible torture? I really wanted to know. And the way he explained it, which you saw in the film, was really a revelation to me. Is how he basically asked himself this very simple question: am I dead yet? What exactly is one's limit? He didn't say this, we didn't use it in the film, but it was a longer conversation. He basically said, imagine there's a natural disaster, an earthquake. Your house collapsed. You are buried under all this stone, brick, wood. It's painful, you're thirsty, you're hungry. What is your limit? It is your limit when you are dead. But when you are subject to torture, how come one easily give up? Because you know, if you simply give up, the pain will stop. If you put yourself in the same position as the victims of a natural disaster, you will know your limit is only there when you are dead. And that's how he was able to withstand one more second. So that simple philosophy was very profound to me. If I have to summarize in one word, I think it's perseverance. Perseverance. He did everything he could to tell the world what was going on through printing brochures, provide technical support to others who want to print brochures, write a letter helping me to make the film. And in a way I felt he has passed away, and it is up to me now to carry on his legacy, to make sure that his story is told to the world.
特に、監督に見てもらいたい、人というか、どんな人にこの映画を見てもらいたいか、このスンイさんの精神力、忍耐力っていうのを発信するためにですね、どういう人に伝えたいかというのをもし特にいる。
Although the film talks about this particular story, I rather think it's universal in a way that if you ever are curious about a message in the bottle, but in this case it's a real life message in the bottle that had a huge impact, that basically changed the course of history. And in the meantime, if you ever thought about the strength of the human spirit, what can one person achieve if he keeps doing it? If you ever wonder if a small action can lead to a big change, then the American woman Julie Keith, she simply publicized a letter out of the 20 letters, she was the only one who did it.
Yeah.
So all this adding together, this is an amazing story that I think transcends really nations or backgrounds. This is really about the power of the human spirit.
改めて当館では近日公開のこのマサンジャからの手紙なんですけど、改めてレオン・リー監督でした。レオン・リー監督、ありがとうございました。
Thank you.
Great. ありがとうございます。